Hello, what is going on? My name's Joe and welcome to the first video on the new Caversham United YouTube channel. Now, for those of you who already follow us on Twitter or on Instagram, you will know that we've got a big day coming up at the end of the month. On Sunday, the 29th of March, is Sunday League Day. What is Sunday League Day? I hear you all ask. Well, Sunday League Day is sort of piggybacking off the idea of non-league day. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get as many people to as many Sunday league games as possible, all in the name of supporting grassroots football and obviously football's greatest format. If you are a football fan and fancy getting involved, then please check out the hashtags, hashtag Sunday League Day or hashtag SLD 2020 to find out if there's a club in your area that have got a game on that you can go along and watch, support and get involved with Sunday League Day 2020. So, what are we doing at Caversham United? Well, we've got a big game against AFC Pangbourne down at the Ibis Club on Scours Lane, Reading. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff, and of course, it's on Sunday, the 29th of March, and we've got a lot of things planned. We have got food, we've got a bar, we've got entertainment, and much, much more, and of course, a cracker of a Sunday League game. So, if you're in the Reading area or live close by, then get yourselves down to the Ibis Club on Scours Lane on the 29th of March. It's going to be a massive event. There's hopefully going to be loads of you down there, and it should be a great day, so don't miss out. But it is all for a good cause, as we are also raising money for our partner prostate cancer charity, Balls to Cancer, whose work goes towards helping those with prostate cancer and also helping to find a cure. Admission to the game is free. However, we are collecting money for the charity on the day, so all that we ask is you donate what you can on arrival, where you'll be also given a free copy of our exclusive Sunday League Day programme, which includes team lineups, an interview with Caversham's #1, Tommy Tank, and also a lot more information about the day itself and why we're doing it. Now it's time for the interesting part. Those of you who follow us already will know that a lot of big decisions at our club are made by you, the good people of the internet. We've got our badge, we've got our kit, we've even got our nickname, the Billy Goats, that were all decided by you through a series of Twitter polls, all of the submissions of which came from you guys. We wanted to do something similar for Sunday League Day, but we wanted to raise the level that little bit higher. Therefore, today I am introducing our biggest competition to date. We are on the search for the worst footballer hairstyle in the history of the game. But this competition has a little Billy Goats twist. I still can't quite believe we're doing this. However, whichever haircut is deemed the worst footballer hairstyle in the history of the game, I, myself, will get for Sunday League Day on the 29th of March. So, how will it all work? Well, we want you guys to send in the worst footballing hairstyles that you've ever seen. It could be ones that you've seen the professionals wear. It could be ones that you've seen your mates down the park rock. If they're bad, send them in. We will then review and pick the worst 32 to go into our Sunday League Day Twitter competition. The worst 32 will then get entered into a World Cup style system where we will have 8 groups of 4, the top 2 of which will go through to the round of 16. And then we will have the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and obviously the final to find out the worst footballing hairstyle in the history of the game and what I will be rocking on Sunday, the 29th of March for Sunday League Day. However, there is one catch. Whichever hairstyle is deemed the worst footballing hairstyle of all time will only get done to my hair if we raise £1,000 for Balls to Cancer. The link to the Just Giving page is in the description below, so head on over and please donate what you can to make sure that we hit our target and that this gets turned into whatever the winning hairstyle may be for Sunday League Day 2020. The group stages will start on Sunday the 8th of March. So you've got just under a week to get your submissions over to us either on Twitter or Instagram for our World Cup of awful footballing hairstyles. If you need reminding of some of the awful haircuts that have gone before us, thankfully Football Daily have put together a lovely YouTube video called the 50 Worst Haircuts in Football. So we're going to give that one a little watch just to jog our memory of some of the awful ones that have gone before us.
You're watching Football Daily, and today we're counting down 50 of the worst haircuts in football history.
This is already a bad idea, I can feel it.
Let's kick it off with a few members of the infamous cornrow crew.
Yeah, bad idea.
And first up is West Ham's danger man, Andy Carroll. quite what he was thinking remains a mystery to this day. He's not the only guilty party though, is he, David Beckham? Yes, you might be the world's most famous man, but that's no excuse for a haircut as crap as this.
I mean, he doesn't even look too bad there, but I'm not built for cornrows. Definitely not.
The third member to sport a cornrow catastrophe is Abel Xavier. The former Liverpool man decided to go blonde for this particular shambles.
You are literally too stupid to insult.
Xavier's not her only blonde bombshell though. Rio Ferdinand couldn't help himself either, and
it's definitely doable. It would look horrendous, but it's definitely doable.
Decided to go for the dyed haired look.
I mean, that is probably what it would look like, in all seriousness.
Didn't quite come off. One particularly unforgettable coloured calamity was donned by the biggest idiot in world football, El Hadj Diouf, who whilst at
I already know this is going to be
Rangers sported a matching blue mohawk.
I think you are scum.
From blue to red, and we find Joe Cole, who appears to have nicked Clifford the big red dog's tail and wrapped it round his head. What an absolute stinker.
Oh, for sake. Oh, no.
But don't fret, Joseph, that's not the only crime against the eyes, is it, Freddie Ljungberg? Mind you, with a barnet like that, it's no wonder Arsene Wenger managed to spot you playing in the Swedish Premier League. He isn't the only Gooner legend to make this list though, indeed Cesc Fabregas' shambolic mullet and David Seaman's perverted ponytail both make our top 52.
I mean, this is probably where we might find it a little bit difficult with the long hair, so maybe not worth submitting those ones.
But the true Gunner Hairstyle Cock-Up Award simply has to go to the nine-head himself, Gervinho.
I mean, they're right. It is an awful, awful haircut, but I think I'm probably safe because I do not have a forehead as big as him.
Come on, mate, it's time. You really just need to shave that off. He's not the only African with a shit lid, though. Step forward, Taribo West.
I mean, I don't know that much about hair, but I'm presuming those are extensions, and considering he's got the side shaved, it might be doable. I mean, it would look shit, but it's doable.
Quite what he asked for when going to his local barbers still remains a mystery. I'll have a short on the sides, please, and neon green braids on the top. Come on. From Nigeria to Morocco, we stumble across the curious case of Marouane Chamakh and have one simple message.
I mean, it's unfortunate for him. Whether we'd be able to achieve it, I don't know, but why not?
Your hairpiece looks like something that was killed crossing the highway. I don't know whether to comb it or scrape it out with a shovel and bury it in the line.
One man who at least had the good grace to realise he was losing his hair was Wayne Rooney. This photo was taken pre-op, and good God was he a mess.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Did the surgery help? Well, not really, Wayne. Not really. Wazza might have lost some hair, but whatever he lost, Marouane Fellaini seems to have gained. Would someone tell him he looks more like an X Factor microphone with every passing game, please?
And you look like a pop star.
Let's leave England now and head to Spain. Our first contender is Sergio Ramos, who has sported all manner of shambolic styles, from these greased down tentacles to one lid brighter than the sun itself.
Again, doable. Whether it look good or not.
Not to be outdone though, Barcelona also boast their fair share of haircut catastrophes. Take for instance Dani Alves' Island.
Oh, good God. Jesus Christ.
Even Bear Grylls would say, "F*** off, am I staying on that one?" Alves is well backed up by a legend
That's another shocker.
of the game though. Yes, even Andres Iniesta tried his hand at ruining his own lid. I mean, if you're going to cut it yourself, don't wear a blindfold whilst doing it, Andres. Jesus. Being the giant clubs they are though, they'll often spot talent with crap haircuts from a young age.
Potential, but it's probably not the worst one out there.
I mean, it's easy to imagine Florentino Perez getting very excited when he saw Cristiano Ronaldo's spaghetti locks. Likewise, the Barcelona board must have been rubbing their hands with glee.
I mean, I don't know if my hair's going to go that much in a month, but I could definitely do something similar.
At the prospect of signing Neymar's braided mullet with shaved sides and a spiked top.
I mean, that's like a haircut from probably about 10-15 years ago. You walk down the street and pretty much every kid would have one of them.
Where Spain are growing a culture of embarrassing styles though, Italy lead the way in world football with a number of iconically embarrassing barnets. Take for example Roberto Baggio. Yep, we've got absolutely no idea what he was thinking either. The same goes for Palacio. Just shave that f***er off, mate.
You imbecile! You bloated idiot!
They're not the only culprits though, just ask Stefan El Shaarawy.
Oh no. If this is the first one, then God knows what the rest are coming like.
It's easy to imagine the Italian showing a photo of a cockatoo to the hairdresser and saying, "I'll have that please." It gets worse for Serie A though, with Napoli's Argentine disaster story Marek Hamsik, who for the last 7 seasons has sported the same mess of a mohawk. Time for a change maybe, Marek?
With the colour as well, it makes it even worse. Oh Lord.
Next up is an interesting tale. I mean, everyone knows the story of Maxi Lopez's wife leaving him for his best friend Mauro Icardi, right? Well, Maxi, I think we figured out why she
It's a bit like the Ramos one. It'd be easy to do.
left.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
The final jewel in the Italians' crown is
Oh God. I mean, I'm not at liberty to say what would win, but I'm guessing that one would go pretty far in the competition.
Mario Balotelli. He's literally had too many horror stories to list,
Or that one.
but our favourite still has to be the chessboard. Checkmate.
Mario. Why have you done this to me?
Let's head back to England now and touch upon some more multicoloured classics.
No.
Yep, I'm talking about
Oh Jesus Christ, man.
Wigan's Paul Shana, who looked on numerous occasions like he'd let a toddler draw on his head. Where did he even get those colour schemes from?
Paul. Come on.
We can ask the same question of Samir Nasri. I mean, who goes from bleached blonde to neon blue?
When they bleached your hair, they must have bleached your brains too.
A dodgy haircut is not all about the colour though. Just ask Raheem Sterling, who decided he was going to show up to training looking like he'd borrowed Kevin Keegan's perm and mixed it with John Barnes' bald sides. Just why Raheem? Talking of Big Keegan, English football legends appear to be the source of dodgy haircuts. The most iconic of those simply has to be Jason Lee's pineapple.
Again, be hard to do that one, but...
What on earth were you thinking, Jason? Honestly. In fact, from the Chris Waddle mullet to the Paul Gascoigne ponytail, from Rodney Fern's mad scientist to Jerry Francis's grey-haired monstrosity, it's pretty clear to see English football has a long history of diabolical haircuts. However, the problem seems to have not only affected the national team, but is now rife in the Premier League too. Take for example Nicholas Bentner and his top knot, or David James's myriad of shocking do's. English football fans have literally seen it all. The most comical of all though simply has to be Jose Bosingwa. We're not even talking about the hair on his head here, we're talking about that slug of a monobrow.
Don't get any ideas.
Would someone please tell him to shave it off? Some barnets though are just so big they become a problem of their own. The likes of Benoit Asuakotu and David Sideshow Bob Louise have all struggled to control the frizz. One man who attempted to mask his excessively massive hair was Carlos Valderrama, but no matter how many colours he tried, it just never quite worked out. Sticking in South America, let's all take a moment to remember the great Ronaldo and that piece of fringe he called a haircut at the 2002 World Cup. It's lucky he was so good at football. Finally though, we simply had to mention Simeone. No, not Diego, his son Giovanni, who shaved his head after losing a bet.
So there you have it. There's a little roundup of some of the worst hairstyles that have gone before us. I think it's fair to say there are some shockers, but I know that there's a lot more out there. So get sending them over to us on Twitter and Instagram. That's it. That's the end of the video. If you liked it, please give us a like. And we need your help now to try and share this as far and wide as possible. So tell your friends and family about it. Share it with people like footballers, celebrities. We want to try and get as many people involved in this as possible so that we can spread the message and raise as much money as we can for charity. I've been Joe. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you again on the 29th of March with something that looks a little bit different from how it does at the moment. Thank you, and see you soon.